Okay, let's see if we can get this to work the way that I would like for it to. Now what I'm going to do is I just selected a pattern over here. I go up to repeat patterns. It's going to tell me to click a point using the mouse. So I'll just click somewhere. There's that pattern. And it is on the screen. Here's my size. Its height is 11.19. The width is 12. So let's see if we can set up a project here for repeat patterns edge to edge. See if we can get it to work. Pattern height. Okay, set the total size. I want the total width of this to be 60. And I want you can see it put 60 inches of that pattern on the screen. I want the height of this to be 60. And let's see what happens. Okay, there it is. We can zoom in. I'm going to need a little bit of spacing on this particular pattern, so I can go down and do some collapsing of things here. Bring up the spacing, set repeats and rows. We have 60 inches. Here's my my spacing. Vertical spacing, I want this to be about 0.3 maybe. We'll look at it at 0.3. And that looks pretty good. So I am in this mode down here where I can either accept this, or I can do something again, do it again, or I can cancel this. But let's suppose I want to look at the possibility of using a different pattern. Let's select this pattern and see what happens. Okay, it put that pattern on the screen. It's a little dense. It's a little close also. Try, this is a different version of that pattern there. This is more square. Click it, it puts that in there, and it would need some vertical spacing also. So I'll put a little vertical spacing in here. See what that looks like. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, I could go a different pattern. Now I don't have to change anything. I just select a different pattern, and it puts that in the place of what was previously there. And I can just look at any different pattern I would like to look at. Oh, I want to see what this sunflower looks like. I want the start and end at the bottom. And there, all I do is select it and look at it and modify the spacing if I need to. So here we have another whirlpool. So what was this one up here? Was Eddie's E to E. And here's this whirlpool. You can look at the whirlpool. I like that. I've quilted that on many quilts. So here's what we can do. We can just look at many different possibilities without changing anything. Let's say, okay, I've decided I want this whirlpool. I'll check my spacing. That spacing looks good. It's close. All I do here is click OK, and there it is. There's my project. Go up to Project, and it will show me that this pattern is the pattern that is actually in this project. If I click on Patterns, it'll show me all the patterns that I have brought into the pattern database. Okay, I don't have all the patterns in there, just a few. And sometimes I clear this and I only bring in the pattern I'm going to use for a particular quilt. So again, click on my project. That is my pattern that's in the project, whirlpools. And if I want to, I can click here, Save Project. And this is auditioning. Patterns 2. Today is the 5th month, the 10th day of 2017. And I'll just save that. So that's something we can play with.